Celeste of Astrology by Celeste. Yes, it is on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Neptune is stationing direct. You may feel like not doing anything. I didn't feel like getting out of the bed, so I did not until like an hour ago. So I'm late this morning. Maybe I'll leave my New Year's resolution to start this program right at 10 a.m. like I'm supposed to. Hey, Patty, so nice to see you. And Gabby Lology and Dee and everyone. Hey, Grace, so nice to see you. Welcome, everyone. This is Celeste of Astrology by Celeste, and today is the Astro and the Oracle program, where I'm going to talk a little bit about the astrology, and then I'm going to pull cards for each sign of the zodiac. And you're going to listen for your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign for a 3-card reading to help you navigate these energies. Today, I'm using the Cosmic Zodiac Oracle from Jena DellaGrottaglia. Jena is an amazing artist, and this is like she's done a lot of the decks for Colette Baron Reed. This is her third or fourth solo deck. She is absolutely incredible with the art techniques she uses. She takes photos and does all of this work and manipulation. I want to call it photo manipulation, but I might be wrong. I talked to her about it 2 years ago on my Cosmic Conversation. So you can go over to my YouTube channel and search for her name if you want to hear her talk about her art. And it's astrology is so funny. She's got a Virgo stellium, and today the moon is in Virgo, and so a lot of people who watch this will be seeing her new deck, and you can pre-order it. I'm going to put a link in the notes for it. Please support her. She's such an amazing person as well as artist, and a flat-faced dog lover. She has a Frenchie. So I love a flat-faced dog. I've had 2 pugs, and my little Debo is part pug, part English bulldog. Anyway, let's get going today, everyone. Oh, hi, Labid from New Zealand. Thank you. This hoodie was from a company called Vesta and Jove. I tried to look them up. I don't know if they're still in business, but I love this. I am a Taurus sun. Yes. Hey, Aquarius soul. Oh, so you're an Aquarius with a Virgo rising. That is cool. Interesting. Yeah, that's a great combination. Hi, I'm a Gem. Nice to see you. And Cesla Vian. Okay, so today let's talk a little bit about gossip because we had a full moon in Gemini last week. And so we're still under the light of that full moon. Tomorrow is the last quarter moon. So, yeah, Gemini likes to communicate, articulate. It's the trickster energy. Have you experienced trickster energy in the last week? Mercury is opposite Uranus today. So think about where you've been, had any kind of sleight of hand type of stuff. Last Friday, I got a package from MAC, the cosmetic company, and it was not in my mailroom. I looked head to toe 3 times, had people look at the tapes. Nobody's stolen it. Then I posted on our Discord, did anybody accidentally take this package? Last night, I got this intuition. Neptune stations direct tomorrow. When planets change signs with the retrograde energy, it could be like a lost item comes back to you. And so I went down and there was my package. Whoever took it by accident put it back. And then, or it was just mysteriously, or was it gone? And did I magically manifest it and make it come back? I was thinking about that last night. One of my neighbors brought it back, I'm sure. But my boo and I went out on Saturday. I took him out for his birthday. And I just bought this new lipstick that I replaced, and I cannot find that lipstick anywhere. How did I lose a lipstick? So I'm hoping the lipstick comes back today. I'm going to look in my car. Neptunian themes are about things like makeup because it changes the appearance of things and gives you an illusion of having whatever you will call this color, lips or whatever. Think about if there's anything Neptunian that you've lost and that you can get back, or if you want to do anything Neptunian today. It's so interesting to have Mercury and Neptune active today. This card wanted to pop out. This is the Mercury card, rationality. So Mercury rules, our thought processes, our communication. It rules the air sign of Gemini and the earth sign of Virgo. Both energies very concerned with information, paperwork, things like that. Gemini just like gathers all the facts, Virgo organizes them. So think about what's been coming into you over the last week. And you may have already started to feel like you need to do some organization. I started decluttering, like cleaning out closets and stuff. Yeah. And notice, especially tomorrow, if you get a bee in your bonnet about needing to bring some order to chaos or manage overindulgence, the sun in Sagittarius is just like, why stop at one, but we can have 10? And then the moon in Virgo is like, because XYZ, giving you all the reasons. Notice if you feel that tension within yourself. My podcast, Celestial Insights, this week's episode is called The Gaslight District. And the story's shown up in multiple ways. On Sunday, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's a Gemini, went on 60 Minutes to air her grievances about the president, calling her a traitor and her getting death threats. No problem when it was other people, but now it's herself. She has a problem. Leslie Stahl brought this up to her about how she said things in the past that amplified division in the country. She tried to gaslight Leslie Stahl instead of kind of suggesting that she did the same thing with her interviews. And the Congress people have districts. So I think that was a hint about that. And then the next day, Sydney Sweeney, who is this actress who did this jeans commercial that was a remake of Brooke Shields' Calvin Klein commercial. There was all of this, like her genetic jeans play on things. And people wrote think pieces about that and all this, and people got all excited about it. And I said, if that's what she wants to do, let her do that SS coded mess. And her last 4 movies have flopped. So people are rejecting her. We have her birth time. She is a Scorpio rising, 28 degrees of Scorpio. And at the new moon on November 19th, there was a new moon at 28 degrees of Scorpio. And now, right after the full moon, and she's a Virgo sun. So the South Node is in Virgo midheaven. So the South Node is clearing things out. So she exposed to the public with the South Node in Virgo her thought processes. When Mustache Man came to power, Mars was retrograde in the sign of Virgo. That was part of his drive. His energy was about purity tests. Virgo organizes and categorizes. On the shadow side, it looks for a perfection ideal where you need to fit this criteria. And he was a Libra rising because he wanted things to look a certain way, even though he didn't fit his own ideal. And yeah, she has that Virgo energy at her midheaven and like pushed it all out into the world. Multiple people have rejected it, and her last couple of movies have failed. She was asked about it, and she did this little cutesy smile thing and wouldn't comment on it a couple of months ago. Well, now she's in big trouble with her career. So she came out and essentially said, I'm not a nationalist or whatever. Can't we all just get along? Yeah. Her next movie that's coming is with Amanda Seyfried, and it's a Handmaiden, I think is the name of it. It's called. We'll see if anybody goes to see that. It's by an author that's really popular. So maybe we'll see if her apology or whatever, if she gets some success at that. Yeah, but that was interesting to watch. Let people take themselves out. We don't need to. This is the time. And I've said this to myself. Maybe I won't say it. Should I say it out loud? People got a wrong impression about how people really think in terms of numbers based on the last election. There was sleights of hands things that are going on, and some people who are rushing to that side of the energy are making some mistakes because they're working off incomplete information. And that's all I'll say about that. Okay. The other thing that's going on, and so that she was trying to gaslight us. So that's why she did this article acting like she wasn't doing what she was doing. So Sydney Sweeney was trying to gaslight us, and she's having a lot of issues at that new moon. She's realizing, oh, my pockets are light. And at the full moon, she's like, oh, I didn't mean anything by that. Can't we all just get along? And the company, American Eagle, I've read somewhere, and I didn't double check it, so if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry, has replaced her with Martha Stewart. It must have impacted their sales. So anyway, that's one story. 50 Cent has done a documentary on Diddy. I have not seen it. I don't have Netflix, but it goes hard. Apparently, he got some tape that Diddy paid to have someone videographer follow him around. But whatever reason, he decided not to use it or whatever. And the person sold it to 50 Cent. There is video of him in this documentary. And there are so many jokes about 50 Cent being like, whoa, going for the jugular with P. Diddy. Apparently they had a beef back in the day, and this revenge is best served cold. Now, we don't know what time 50 Cent was born, so I don't know if he's a Scorpio rising or not. I would not be surprised. He's a Cancer sun, though. Sun, Saturn, and Cancer never forgets. And it's a water sign, and it's like he's been planning this for a decade or something like that. 50 has his moon in the sign of Gemini. So this full moon was lighting up. A lot of people are getting a chance to see his thought processes and how he is not someone to be trifled with. And apparently, at one point, he and Ja Rule had some kind of beef. I'm pretty sure it was Ja Rule. And he bought like the first 4 rows of his concert. He said on a talk show it was only $15 a seat. He said this on like Stephen Colbert or Jimmy Kimmel. And so Ja Rule had to come out and perform to 4 empty rows. He's like, I only paid like $3,000 for it. So this is the kind he's got to have some Scorpio in that chart to be doing all that mess. I wouldn't be surprised if he was a Scorpio rising. I wouldn't be surprised if it was around 28 degrees of Scorpio. Something's over there that is leading him to have this scorpionic energy of revenge. So anyway, it's been kind of interesting seeing his memes. I started following him, and he posted this thing about Jay-Z. Oh my God, he is something. And he has Mercury in his chart in the sign of Gemini, trine Uranus in the sign of Libra. And Uranus was stationing on the day he was born, and they're opposite each other today. So we'll see this is the perfection. So the energy has been leading up to this opposition. Mercury communicates, and with Uranus is like brilliance and him being able to use words, talk, the trickster energy, the witty repartee, and think quickly on his feet. And the witty is in his natal chart. Yeah. But it's that water energy that makes him out for blood. And his Mars is in the sign of Taurus. It's the sign of its detriment, where it can go to extremes to get what it wants. So yeah, you get to see that in action with him and what's going on with that story. Okay, thank you, Aquarius on Aquarius Soul. So Aquarius Soul says, if I don't watch the Netflix show, I have to watch comedian Josh. Johnson's take on it. I will do that. Josh Johnson, I should look up his chart too. He's a comedian. He used to be, or maybe still is, on The Daily Show, but he is a really great person to think about. Mercury opposite Uranus transit we have right now. He has a gift with being able to phrase a joke and deliver the punchline in a very kind of, he talks in a very kind of Virgo way where it's just this acerbic wit. It's dry, but it's like hits the bullseye. He's really, really good. So I'll watch that. Gaviology says Diddy did not pay his photographer, and there are repercussions for that. Hey, Southern lady. So nice to see you. It's called The Housemaid is the name of the movie. And Frida McFadden, I've read one of her books. It was a good book. I don't know if it was that one. And Housemaiden is so in line with the energy. It's a thriller and with the South Node in Virgo. Yes, yes. It's kind of a reminder of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. It has themes of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. If you have not seen that movie, watch the original with Rebecca De Mornay and Annabella Sciorra. Whew, that is a perfect movie for this energy. South Node in Virgo. Virgo is servants. So someone this person has hired to help take care of her home and her children and all of this stuff. Jupiter is a Cancer. It's about protecting the family. Jupiter protects. It's the biggest planet in the solar system. It protects the Earth from space junk, and it's exalted in Cancer. Right now, I'm watching on Amazon Prime The Girlfriend with Robin Wright, who was Kelly Capwell in the soap opera Santa Barbara from the 80s. And she was in The Princess Bride. She's a really incredible actress. And that she played the first lady in that Netflix show with Kevin Spacey. I can hear the theme song in my head, but can't think of the name of it. House of Cards, House of Games, I think it's called. Yeah. She's an incredible actress. She's produced this thing and it's on Netflix, and she plays a woman whose son gets a new girlfriend. And it is all about this relationship. It's a perfect movie for Jupiter in Cancer. She and her husband are very wealthy, and they're like this exalted couple. And this girlfriend comes in, and she's very sexy. It's perfect for this energy. Today, Neptune, the planet of illusions and delusions, stations direct, and Mercury's opposite Uranus. And the big turning point in that, I won't say what it is, in the storyline that leaves your jaw on the floor is in line with this energy. When the people in the show find out what happened, when someone walks out of a fog where something they had no idea about this fog, and they walk out of it and see this shocking truth that you can never go back and unsee. Mercury opposite Uranus in a fixed sign. Uranus breaks things irrevocably, and Mercury's in Scorpio, Uranus is in Taurus, and it's on the axis of pleasure, power, and resources. This story is about power dynamics. Think about what has come to your conscious attention that you can't unsee in the last couple of days. I predicted that we would get more information on the Jeffrey Epstein thing based on this transit. Today, a judge from New York said some things can be unsealed. Notice what comes out related to the Jeffrey Epstein case. Everything about this that we're seeing is all pre-planned. They needed the Oompa Loompa, the orange Oompa Loompa, to get into power. Now his usefulness is over, and we're watching them take him down, and he is getting crazy, really hateful and extra, like laying it all out there. He's getting very desperate because he knows his days are numbered. He can hear the Grim Reaper knocking on his door. His body is failing. His popularity is going away. And he has Mercury square Neptune. Today, he may say something even more ridiculous than ever. We'll see how long he lasts. Next week, it's a podcast. It's called Memento Mori. Everything must die. And death is not, or it's remember you must die. It's the philosophical saying meant to remind us all of our own humanity that everything goes away. And death does not necessarily mean a physical death. It could be just letting go of something like where you live or where you, yeah, we'll see what happens. But he's getting desperate, and now he's out for blood with the Somalians. And we'll see if Ilhan Omar, if she loses her citizenship, she's a congressperson from Somalia who is on the hunt against her and accusing her of marrying her brother to get into the country. I remember the scandal about her being married to her brother. And with the full moon in Gemini, this is Gemini rules siblings. So now he's back on this warpath with her again. I pulled her chart and she's got 5 planets in Libra. In February, Saturn's going to go back into Libra, meet Neptune, and then march over her opposite, and oppositions come in from other people, her Venus, her Mercury, her Sun. So we'll see if she can withstand this. We don't know what her birth time is, but she's got Mars at 9 degrees of Sagittarius. If you listen to the podcast, I'll talk about a hammer of Thor forming in the sky. This is a chart pattern, also called the Fist of God, where there's a planet, and this will be Mercury in Sagittarius. It's going to be in a world point, and the sign of its detriment as far away from home as it can be. Sagittarius rules long distance travel. Mercury rules paperwork, communication like visas. And on one side, it's a 135-degree aspect called a sesqui-square. So it's a minor aspect, but it's a minor aspect. It's spelled MINOR, which also is people under the age of consent. This might have to do with Epstein stuff coming out. Yeah. On one side, it's the Mercury sesqui-square Chiron retrograde coming from the past in Aries has associations with young people. We most associate Gemini with young people, but Aries also has associations with youth and naivete. And then on the other side, Chiron is wounds and heals. And on the other side, Mercury is sesqui-square Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. Cancer rules homelands. Jupiter, long distance travel, taking a plane to an island nation or an island in the ocean. And Chiron and Aries, Jupiter and Cancer are in a square. So that triangle is a hammer of Thor. It's not that easy to see with your naked eye. So you probably need to look at it on a chart because Mercury's going to be about 7.5, which is a world point of mutable sign. And then Chiron and Jupiter are at 23, 22 of their signs. And this next Wednesday is when it's most exact. And what Thor did was he picked up this hammer and knocked the top off of it. There's probably going to be stuff about visas or revoking citizenship with Jupiter using legal affairs, Cancer, the homeland. But it could also be about this Epstein thing because Jupiter in Cancer, exalted, wealthy people. Jupiter's exalted in Cancer. Exaltation is VIPs who are lifted up, have a special seat at the table. Jupiter rules wealth. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens with that. Think about that hammer of Thor next week, where people, and Mercury can be a truth teller in Sagittarius, but it also can be foot in the mouth disease. It has associations with horses. So just notice what your eyes are seeing. Today is the last day that Mercury is in the sign of Scorpio. It's at 29 degrees, trying to get all of this energy out and secrets, conspiracies, criminal gang activity before it moves back into Sagittarius. Because of the retrograde, it did this whole thing. Now it's finishing up that retrograde. So we'll be seeing things come out related to the Mercury retrograde from November 9th to 29th. Listen to what you're hearing and what you're intuiting and learning. Oh, you lost your dad's ring, Emery, and can't find it. Look for it again now that Neptune is direct. It may turn up over the next couple of days. Just try to find it again. Keep hope alive. If you don't find it this week, look again on the 20th, I believe is the day that Venus, which rules jewelry, is square Saturn, which rules fathers. Maybe that will be when it shows up. Venus in Sagittarius, square Saturn in Pisces. There's something that has a lot of meaning to you on that day. That may be when you find it. And if you find it, let me know. Thank you. Gabby has a package that's been delayed. It may come today or you'll get it tomorrow. Lots of Virgos I see here. You know, I've never been to New Zealand. I've been to Australia. I would love to visit New Zealand. Okay, so I have to watch Josh Jackson. I will do that. Monte, The Girlfriend is great on Amazon Prime. Robin Wright was married to Sean Penn. They have 2 children together. And now, last I heard, she has a young stud she was with for a while. I know Sean put her through the ringer. And how interesting we're talking about her today. She used to live in Los Angeles with Sean Penn, and there was a carjacking incident, which is Mercury and Scorpio opposite Uranus and Taurus, like this life and death thing where someone tried to carjack her with their children in the car. And after that, they moved to this exclusive community in Ross, California, here in Marin. How interesting to be thinking about that, to get away from LA and to be safer. So that was a horrible thing that happened. Thank you so much. Distraction is a big thing today. Pay attention. Distraction, people having problems with confusion, drugs and alcohol could be an issue. Andy Dick, that comedian, was found passed out on a street overdosing yesterday. I saw news about that. That is so in line with Neptune stationing direct. He's had drug and alcohol problems for decades. He's got a lot of problems. Tyra Banks was acting crazy at a drag show. Drew Hawkins, she seemed like she was on a substance of some sort. If she wasn't, I'd be surprised. That I saw last night. So that's the energy of Neptune stationing direct with this Mercury opposite Uranus. People saying outlandish things happening on streets. There's a lot of potential for fender benders. So really try to pay attention. People taking double doses of medication, not realizing it or forgetting to take it. Oil is also a Neptunian story. Deception being cleared up, seeing through the fog. There was this woman who put on Instagram this story about her. Somebody came in her comments section and said all this racist stuff. On Facebook, she tracked him down, drove 3 hours, did some Googling, and found out he was on Grindr, yet married, and had him read an apology, if you saw that. Well, his wife might be finding out about that today, if it all is true, because it went viral. Yes. And she didn't show his face, but on the Facebook post, you got his real name. His first name is Mike. Oh, so we'll see what happens with that. I'm going to be talking. I could talk with Mercury opposite Uranus. Uranus rules astrology. And in fixed signs, I could sit here all day and blibber blabber about astrology, but we all have things to do. Oh, yeah, the war with Venezuela. We'll see what happens with that. Yeah, it could be the natural resources, oil. Absolutely. I would not be surprised. Mercury enters Sagittarius tomorrow. What are we looking at? Are we looking at fire on a boat or overseas or all this kind of stuff on land? Uranus rules violations of land boundaries in Taurus. Uranus violates Taurus land's boundaries, crosses. Yeah, we'll see. The president is desperate. We'll see what he does. Going to get worse before it gets better, but that's all right. We're just here for a reason. Last week's podcast titles are always like a mini prediction of what's coming. It was called The Thrill of Victory. And FIFA is a soccer club. They made up this peace prize for Donald Trump to make him feel better about himself. And had a ceremony and handed it to him and all this mess. It was absolutely ridiculous. He got up behind the desk to come take this prize. Somebody posted, I put it in my stories, free FIFA peace prize with a taco order of 3 tacos at some restaurant. It was just so ridiculous. And just to stoke his ego, he has ascended at 29 degrees of Leo. Leo, the sign of kings. 29 Leo conjunct fixed star Regulus. He's been able to elevate himself up to the level of a president, but it cannot get enough attention. That's Shadow Leo, desperately seeking attention, validation, being made to feel important and above everyone else with awards and things. So yeah, that Peace Prize was the fake award is so Neptunian. Okay, well, you can listen again about the Thor's hammer, and you can also Google to see what it looks like. Yeah, the FIFA fake prize, existing code for political neutrality. I lived actually in Marin for a couple of months, but I'm in the Bay Area in Oakland. Yeah, but I had a friend who kids went to school with, the Penn's kids. Okay, let's see. Let's do the cards. Today we're using the Cosmic Zodiac Oracle. Hey, Tiffany, that kind of girl, you are psychic. You are here at the exact right time. We're going to do the cards by Jena DellaGrottaglia. I love this deck. I love Jenna's work. And you're going to listen for your sun, moon, and rising sign. This is a rock pool publishing deck. Okay. Look at how beautiful the back cover is. And first up is Aries. Whoa. It's number 34, gravity, attraction. Mars rules the sign of Aries, and Mars is separating from a square to Saturn and moving towards a square with Neptune. Mars square Neptune. I was taping my podcast last night, and I was likening this Mars square Neptune transit to a couple on a dance floor doing the forbidden dance. People are surrounded and can't help but watch this sexy couple do this dance because Mars rules sex and Neptune like casts a spell on it. So just be mindful if you're attracted to someone. I would suggest taking a little time to get to know them. If it's someone new, if it's your boo or something, you can whip something on them. Come out in your sexy outfit, dancing the lambada, which is the forbidden dance. What are you attracted to? What do you want to attract? Gravity. Maybe you want to watch the movie Gravity with Sandra Bullock. Just let your mind wander. Neptune is stationing. You may be getting psychic hits and things, and it's at 29 degrees of Pisces. So think about where that is in your chart. If you have Neptune in Sagittarius, you're finishing up your Neptune square. You deserve a prize. Neptune's going to leave Pisces January, and it started this transit in 2011. So you'll have finished that work that can feel kind of confusion, or you can feel like you don't know where you're going, but think about what you're attracted to, where there's been illusions where you got a gut feeling and you ignored it. Think about that too. Oh, you've got a 22 degrees Pisces moon. Yes, Tiffany, that kind of girl. You are almost done with that transit. It's been off your moon for years, but you probably still feel a little bit of the influence. Taurus. Got Taurus. Sensuality. Uranus is in the sign of Taurus and it's retrograde. right now at 28 degrees. It's going to back it up to 27 before going direct. We're going to be getting a lot of Uranus and Taurus because the next eclipse on February 17th at 28 degrees of Aquarius is going to square Uranus. Uranus will be at 27 at that time. And then it's going to go direct and leave Taurus in April for 84 years. It started in Taurus in 2018. So think about Mercury today is opposite Uranus and Taurus, your sensuality. When have you rejected and excluded the opportunity? Like Uranus can be themes of rejection or outside, rejected sensuality, pleasure that you really wanted. Now, it may be you're just exercising discipline, Saturn, because you want to be healthy or look nice or something like that. But I'm thinking about the sensual pleasures, like in the bedroom with Mercury and Scorpio. Where have you denied yourself because you felt like it would be inappropriate or whatever? The sun is in Sagittarius, which has a freedom from those kind of constrictions that where you're told to be a nice girl or whatever. Think about that. Are you freaky deaky all the time like Diddy, but not in a way where you're abusing people? MH crosses your Pisces sun. So Neptune was squaring your sun a couple of years ago. Your Virgo rising. So Uranus is coming to your rising over the next couple of years. Tiffany survived Neptune, almost died in a car accident. A drunk driver T-boned her while she was parked around 3 to 4 years ago, flipped his car on Wilshire Boulevard, and you barely had a scratch. That's the energy today. Like Neptune stationary direct, but in the past, probably when Neptune was on your moon, you got that T-boned car accident. Yeah, Mercury opposite Uranus is a car crash. Absolutely. Okay. I'm so glad you're okay, barely a scratch. Back when I was in college, I had a scooter and I was driving down the street. I didn't have a helmet on, and this car pulled out in front of me. I hit the car, flipped over, it landed on the ground, and all I got was a scratch on my elbow. I felt like my ancestors were protecting me, for sure. My guy, because I could have been killed. Gemini, you got limitless Scorpio. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and today Mercury's in Scorpio. Taurus got Taurus. Be yourself, Taurus, and think about where you've denied yourself that pleasure. You're here to have pleasure, enjoy the sensual things of life. The word is sensuality for Taurus. The word is limitless for Scorpio, and Mercury rules Gemini. Limitless for Scorpio on the card, but it's Gemini's card. This is Neptune. Confusion. Okay. Number 10, limitless. There is no limit to what you can see, imagine, or achieve. Scorpio has come into view and invited you to look at life at the ocean's horizon. That's Neptune in Pisces going direct. Mercury's in Scorpio, opposite Uranus today. It seems never ending, as if it just goes on forever. Sometimes in life, we tend to build a dam that keeps possibilities at bay. Building a dam is like Uranus and Taurus. Well, Taurus is the dam. Uranus, a dam suddenly breaking. Yeah. The only limit in this world is your imagination. How about building proverbial aqueducts to navigate your thoughts and ideas? With Neptune going direct, imagining these aqueducts, which could be very Mercury and Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign. Mercury transports things, rules tunnels, tubes of all kinds. How can you make waterways through the dam, the earthy structure, to navigate your thoughts and ideas? This can add the movement of what's possible in your life. By doing this, you can create a driving force or flow of merged thought patterns. You most likely heard of this as manifesting. Neptune is the ultimate manifester. You have to imagine it. Neptune rules the imagination in order to make it a reality. The same way there are colors we cannot see and sounds we do not hear, this is the universe letting you know that there are no limitations to what's attainable. When you sit in stillness and envision your life with no limits, when you comprehend that your life is very much that of the ocean's horizon, it is your time to break your boundaries. I open myself to endless possibilities. This is the affirmation. I open myself to endless possibilities, shattering limitations with creativity, vision, and the force of manifestation. This is the energy today. Gemini, there is no limits. Uranus is going back into your sign April 26th. The next couple of years are going to be potentially incredible for you, where you can break boundaries. Unbelievable possibilities are possible for Geminis. If you're ready, willing, and able to, and have the talents, have the drive, have determination to break any boundary. Today, Mercury's opposite Uranus, Neptune stationing direct. Take 10 minutes to just journal your wildest imaginations. What would you like to bring to your life? It's quite possible that you can achieve anything. I got Leo, energy for Cancer. So this is about confidence. Think about your relationship with confidence. If you're a Cancer sun, moon, or rising, think about this energy. How can you own what your talents are and move through life with confidence? Cancer is next to the sign of Leo. So there could be a little discomfort with signs that are next door because there's a rebellion against the energy. Think about 50 Cent. He is a Cancer sun and he's got Venus in Leo. And that little smile he gets on his face when he's about to drop a 10-ton bomb on someone. You could Google him talking about what he did to J. Rule, where he bought the the 4 seats of the 4 front rows of his concert. That is some dastardly stuff. But I'm not suggesting you do anything like that. I'm just saying, can you have the confidence to just be yourself? The moon changes signs every 2.5 days. So people with strong Cancer energy can get a little bit, if you're in flow, you can go through all these different energies. Think about Mark yesterday, the moon was in Cancer. Jupiter's going into Cancer next year. Just think about confidence. And what do you know that you have a gift and a talent about? Can you nurture that feeling of, I can? And I'm getting Muhammad Ali's that when he said about impossible, nothing is impossible. That's so Neptune stationing direct. You could Google what Muhammad Ali said about impossible. And if that doesn't bring you some confidence, I don't know what will. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, Leo, 28, fire, strength. So for Leo, this Mercury opposite Uranus is in fixed signs, like Leo and Aquarius are the other fixed signs. And Leo's next year, Jupiter is moving into the sign of Leo in July, I believe. June or July. I think it's July. And then there's August 12th, there's going to be a solar eclipse at 20 degrees of Leo. So it's a south node solar eclipse. So Leos are going to be letting go of some stuff so you can be your true, radiant, fiery, dynamic, powerful self that is here to shine, be seen, and show up and show out. Yes. So stoke your fire, move your body. If it's too cold to go outside, it's freezing here in California. Just move your body in the living room, put on some music, dance, dance. Practice the Lambada. Okay, Virgo. Tomorrow is a last quarter moon in Virgo, and this is Mars, masculine discord, chaos. This is the card, Virgo. Virgo is the maiden kind of energy. A big part of the South Node in Virgo transit is the South Node digs things up, turns things inside out. We're finding out all this information about horrible people who abused young women, young girls. Mars, and the moon is in Virgo. Mars is in Sagittarius. So the moon is going to square Mars over the next couple of days. Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. Really notice this martial energy coming up within you. Let's see. Mars is around 26 Sagittarius. On Sunday, it's going to move from Sagittarius, and Sagittarius squares Virgo. Squares are 10. And it's going to move into Capricorn on Sunday. Be mindful, Virgo, about what you are saying, because with this Mercury opposite Uranus, Mercury rules Virgo, something could come out of your mouth that has a martial edge that could lead to a conflict. Now, maybe you want to mix it up, but if you don't, just be extra mindful. You could be like with Neptune stationing direct. After you say it, you can be like, I cannot believe I just said that. And now so-and-so is mad at me. So just be mindful, Virgo. It could come up from your subconscious with the moon being in Virgo. It boom, it flies out like at 10,000. It's like a train, a runaway train out of your mouth. And then, ooh, you got big problems. But let something break so you can build stronger. Maybe you need to say, you need to pick your dirty underwear off this floor. I'm never picking it up again. And if you can't pick it up, you need to get out of my house. You could be saying that to a child. I release what no longer serves me, knowing that through destruction comes renewal and transformation. Virgo, the South Node is in your sign, whether you're a sun, moon, or rising. What has come to your conscious attention that you need to let go of? It could be being of service too much to other people, cleaning up after others, and organizing everything. Can you release control? Yeah, this is intense energy, upheaval, and breaking down of old structures. This is what this transit is doing for you. With the South Node, everybody has Virgo in their chart. What has been coming up to your conscious attention that you need to let go of? And it can be with Virgo about control, perfectionism, analysis paralysis, obsessiveness. Let go and let God is coming to me. Let me see if there are any more comments. Nadia, it's freaky, but not like an idiot. Go ahead with your bad self. Absolutely. Get your freak on. Be loud and proud. Neptune was conjunct your moon and square. So Neptune was protective of you. I'm so glad you're okay. Hey, Mary. Meg Foy had an accident as well with car totaled, but you were okay. Hi, it's Alvi. Channels, portals. Yeah, there's energy for channeling with Neptune stationing direct. They ran a red light and had the woman's second accident. She might have been having a Neptune transit to her Mercury or her Sun or her Mars. Yeah. Yes, Gemini moon. Mars is opposing Gemini placement. So depending where your moon is, I can't remember, Chrysula, what degree your moon is. Mars is right around 26. The Virgo moon is squaring your Gemini moon. So you're in a moon square. Something may be a little tense inside of you. You could make some great art with that since you're an artist. You know exactly who I was talking about. I'm not going to say it. Loud. If anybody wants to know, look it up. She's a Leo, not a Libra. Yeah, she's a Leo. Selena Gomez is a Cancer. That makes sense. I was not talking about Selena Gomez. It's in the chat. This is why you come live. Okay. Ooh, Libra. You got Saturn. Look at that. Limitation, discipline, structure. The planet Saturn is exalted in Libra. It's lifted up. It has a special seat at the table. Saturn is the work. It's our karma. And what's harder in life than relationships? It's where we learn so much of our lessons. And in our natal charts, oppositions are where we learn a lot because they come in from other people. Yes. And hello, Libra. Next year, Saturn is going back into Aries. It only got up to 1 degree this year from May 24th through September 1st. And then it moved back into Pisces. It's coming back in Libra in February. February 20th, Saturn and Neptune meet at 0 degrees of Aries, and then Saturn begins its journey through the sign of Aries, and it's never going back into Pisces. So it's going to station in July at 14 degrees of Aries. If you have anything at 14 of Libra, there's going to be some Saturnian stuff coming where from outside of yourself, you're getting clarity, something's crystallizing, you're feeling pressure, duty, discipline, boundaries related from outside of yourself. You may learn a lot of lessons about going along to get along, people pleasing with Saturn opposite Libra placements, with Saturn and Aries opposite Libra placements. You get some real lessons about where you are on your path of Libra, doing Libra on the high road versus the low road. The high road, being able to negotiate, demand fairness and demand balance, bring people together as a mediator and help people see both sides of the story. Yeah. And being able to see both sides of the story and do it with elegance, panache, and flair. You can dance the lambada. It may require it next year. So hopefully that made sense. But think about Saturn, your relationship to Saturn. Now Neptune is stationing direct because with Saturn and Neptune come together, it's like structures dissolve. We're seeing it all over the place. Scorpio, you got rationality. Mercury, Gemini got Scorpio. Scorpio got Mercury. And Mercury is in your sign today. I've talked so much about it. You could go back to the beginning and listen. But rationality, can you get out of the emotion of things and think about logically what is your path forward? Mercury also rules children. Logic will guide you. Take the time to think things through. I trust in my rationality using clear thinking and logic to guide my wise decision. Watch out for blurting anything out with Mercury opposite Uranus. Sagittarius, Gemini, communication, the twins. Interesting. Sagittarius. Oh, this is so interesting. I wonder if there's going to be a story that comes out of this Epstein stuff about twins or about Siamese twins or something. We'll see if anything happens about that. But anyway, just think about your communication, Sagittarius. You just had a full moon in Gemini. So Sagittarius, you've had the sun going through Sagittarius, and it's going to stay there until the 21st of this month. And it's lighting things up. What did you learn over the last week about outside of yourself? What communication has come in of a nature about at the full moon or since then with Gemini? Yeah, Sagittarius is the big picture, and Gemini is the facts. It's the information that you weave together to get a big picture thing. Sometimes it's important to remember these things. Think about what you need to say and what is being said. I communicate openly and thoughtfully, balancing honesty with tact. This is shadow Sagittarius is being tactless and truly listen to those around me. Sagittarius can, on the shadow, get into the way I think and believe is right. The president has a Sagittarius moon and south node. So he's a great person to look at for the absolute shadows of each energy and see how they show up in the real world. He went off yesterday saying horrible things about Somalians over the last couple of days. Apparently, a bunch of them voted for him. Anyway, let's not talk about that. Okay, let's move on. You get the picture. Be tactful, Sagittarius, if you can, because you tell your truth telling can be a little fire can singe, it can burn. Take in new information. This is Capricorn got Sagittarius. Cancer got Leo. Capricorn got Sagittarius. These are signs on each side of you. So for Cancer, Leo's to the right. Capricorn, Sagittarius is to the left. So I want Cancers to be thinking right brain, Capricorn's left brain. Think about Capricorn. What would a Sagittarius do? They might take an afternoon off. They may, knock off early. If you've been working yourself too hard, under so much duty and discipline, can you let yourself have some freedom and take a different route home, the road less traveled? Let go of some of the need to be useful, to do something, and let yourself have some freedom. You've got, if you're Capricorn rising, Sagittarius is your 12th house. You should be resting right now. Can you let go of some of your burdens? That's what I'm getting for you. For Aquarius, Jupiter, growth, progress. This next year is going to be a big year for you, Aquarius. Think about what you want to do. Now, I do coaching as well as astrology consultations. If you have big goals and you want an accountability partner or someone to help you, I have 25 plus years of corporate experience and in leadership. And I've got lots of skill. That's a unique set of skills with of a Taurus sun, Aries moon, Cancer rising. And I got a unique set of skills that can really help you understand using an astrological lens, timing, talents, all these boundaries kind of thing. Aquarius, growth, progress, Jupiter, expansion. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? There's going to be a solar eclipse on February 17th at 28 Aquarius. Then there's going to be solar eclipse in Leo, the sign opposite yourself. Uranus is at 28 right now, squaring your Aquarius placements. That eclipse is Aquarius, and Aquarius squares Uranus. It's time to break out of limitations and expand past previous boundaries. Okay. Pisces, Neptune is stationing direct in your sign. I got terra firma, fertility, great mother. Pisces is a water sign. Water signs are fertile. What do you believe? What do you want to grow? If you've been confused or in a fog or tired or what have you, it'll take a couple of days to Neptune to get going. But what is the next seed you want to plant? I think is a good thing for you to be thinking about, Pisces. You have done so much work over the last several years, especially since 2023 when Saturn went into Pisces. Saturn will leave Pisces for 28 years in February. What have you crystallized? What do you know is true? What do you need to let go of? Saturn was here in your sign to help you create healthy boundaries. Have you been able to do that? If not, really think about it and journal about what boundaries do you need to put down so that you can do your fertility, growth, mothering of what you want to nurture. Is it a project? Is it a child? Is it yourself? Yeah. This is card number 29. This is karmic. The things you tend to will be the things that will grow. So what are you tending to? Be honest with yourself. Neptune's going direct. Mercury opposite Uranus. Don't sugarcoat it, deceive yourself, tell you everything is all right. What do you need? What are you tending to? Is it confusion? Is it paranoia, worry? What are you tending to? What are you spending your time doing? Fertile abundance, creativity, and growth will flourish within me. Yes, it's a reminder that you are deeply supported by the earth and that there are things possible when you align with the natural rhythm. So do you need to ground yourself and get going, Pisces, because the North Node is in your sign. This is amplifying energy. This is great time for you to grow stuff. Okay, I've blibber blabbered for so long, and let's see. Tiffany, you always make me laugh. Okay, everyone, I hope you have a great rest of the day. I will cross post this to YouTube later today with timestamps in case you want to go back or you missed anything, or you can watch it here on Instagram. Have a beautiful day. Take good care.